The special train Blizzard 13, carrying Zhang Yi and his delegation from Tianhai City, stops midway after an hour and a half of travel in darkness. Through the windows, they see a cold, eerie light and a large group of people wearing advanced cold weather protection clothing boarding another carriage. Zhang Yi senses a pervasive murderous aura from this group, remarking that those heading to Blizzard City are all ruthless characters. His companions Xing Tian, Xiao Honglian, and Chen Jingwan exchange strange looks at this comment, internally contrasting Zhang Yi's own formidable, hidden power with his self-perception as ordinary. Zhang Yi observes quietly as the train stops and starts 9 more times to pick up passengers, allowing him to estimate the number of major supernatural forces in the Jiangnan region. The train finally arrives at a brightly lit platform in Jinling, Blizzard City, around 6 p.m. after a 3-hour journey. The robot conductor announces their arrival. As Zhang Yi leads his group off the train, doors from over a dozen carriages open, disgorging a diverse array of heavily armed soldiers and superhumans from 12 cities. The platform becomes a chilling spectacle of wary, powerful individuals, some in thick combat gear, others in thin clothing, and even a giant 4 or 5 meters tall who has to crawl out. The air is thick with killing intent, causing Zhou Kor and Lu Karen to pale. Zhang Yi, who conceals his own aura through mental cultivation, slows his pace to avoid being a front-facing target and observes the others doing the same. Suddenly, he feels several hostile gazes. Chen Jingguan identifies the group as being from Daze City, pointing out a bald man named Sun Jianming, with whom the Chaoyu base had maritime clashes. Zhang Yi asks if the hostility is directed at Chen Jingguan personally, causing some tension, but Chen Jingguan clarifies that the animosity is towards Tianhai City as a whole, which is now perceived as weak and ripe for plundering. Zhang Yi calmly advises ignoring them for now, as no one would dare act rashly in Blizzard City. The Daze City faction, led by Sun Jianming, Gu Hongdai, a woman with wavy hair and red lips, and the silent, scarf-wrapped Chen Lianyu, openly sneer at Tianhai City's diminished numbers, seeing it as confirmation of its decline. They and several other groups from surrounding cities eye Zhang Yi's team with predatory interest, viewing their small delegation as a sign of exhaustion and vulnerability. After all passengers disembark, a squad of soldiers clad in pure black, light-absorbing combat uniforms appears on the platform. They stand motionless like iron towers, their imposing presence alone intimidating the gathered superhumans. Zhang Yi notes their uniforms resemble those of Bian Zhenhua's investigation team but are more standardized. These are the Yan Yun troops, Blizzard City's elite defense force. The Yan Yun troops, an elite unit of 5,000 specifically created to handle mutated creatures, make their intimidating debut. Their mere presence causes the thousands of powerful individuals from the 12 cities to tremble. Reactions among the crowd vary. A beautiful woman with a high bun and red lips looks at them with burning desire, while an old soldier with a grim face carrying a black violin case eyes them with competitive scrutiny. A tall, thin middle-aged man in a green military uniform and a large green robe emerges from behind the Yan Yun soldiers. His black knee-high boots make a loud, intimidating noise as he walks. Only his high-bridged nose and sharp, hawk-like eyes are visible above his collar. His gaze sweeps over the crowd, making each person feel as if a knife is slicing their skin. Zhang Yi immediately senses great danger from this man, a feeling he has only experienced from Bian Zhenhua using Annihilation and the newly advanced Yuan Kongye. He recalls Bian Zhenhua's warning about hidden talents in the Jiangnan region and deduces this man is a Yan Yun commander, likely at least as strong as Bian Zhenhua, if not stronger. Zhang Yi reminds himself to remain discreet and quietly retreats further into the crowd. The man introduces himself as Tu Yunlai, Minister of the Operations Department of the Jiangnan region. He sternly lays down the rules of Blizzard City, emphasizing that rules are absolute and violators will face severe punishment. He tells the gathered superhumans to rein in their unruly personalities, a clear show of force meant to deter trouble. Although many frown in displeasure, no one dares to challenge him openly. Tu Yunlai expresses slight internal disappointment that no one provoked him, as he could have used an example to intimidate the rest. He announces that accommodations have been arranged for the night and that Commander-in-Chief Zhu Zhang will personally convene a meeting the next day, which everyone must attend on time. He reiterates a strict warning against causing trouble before turning to leave. After his departure, a female service worker in a black and white uniform approaches Zhang Yi's group with a professional smile. She introduces herself as their guide and attendant during their stay, promising to send the city rules to their communication devices. Zhang Yi thanks her, and they follow her out of the subway station. Outside, they see Blizzard City proper, a walled city within a city in eastern Jinling, about 1/5 the size of the original city, surrounded by tens of meters high walls. The architecture inside is ordinary, but the streets are heavily patrolled by armed soldiers who watch the newcomers warily, creating a strong atmosphere of military management. The temperature plummets, but everyone is equipped for the cold. The female attendant activates her own special cold weather suit, which includes a transparent helmet that doesn't obscure her delicate face. Led by the female staff member, Zhang Yi and the representatives from the 12 cities proceed to their temporary accommodations. Zhang Yi asks why they see no ordinary people on the streets. The staff member explains with a professional, emotionless smile that everyone in Blizzard City is assigned a job according to their talents and works to keep the city running 24 hours a day. Most ordinary people work over 14 hours daily, with only rest and mealtimes off. Those with specialized technical skills or rare talents enjoy better living conditions. Lu Karen interjects, asking about the elderly and children unable to work, assuming they receive special care. The staff member's smile turns desolate as she explains that unless their families can provide sufficient contributions to cover them, the elderly and children do not qualify to live in Blizzard City. Lu Karen is shocked, calling it cruel. Zhang Yi calmly states this is a simple survival rule in the apocalypse, a necessary measure for the Jiangnan region to control population and reserve space for the most valuable individuals. Lu Karen, Zhou Kur, and Liang Yu are distressed, believing children at least should be protected. The staff member dismissively suggests that couples who provide more value can have more children under Blizzard City's birth quota system, treating reproduction as a necessary task. Lu Karen is speechless at this law, while Zhang Yi remains unsurprised. The group boards a waiting bus. Xiao Honglian and the others stay cautious and silent, aware their words could be reported. Zhang Yi receives the Blizzard City regulations on his communication device and quickly schemes over 100 articles, noting over a dozen highlighted in red specifically for outsiders. Key rules include a midnight curfew prohibiting street presence without special permission and a strict ban on fighting, with severe, circumstantial penalties. Zhang Yi finds most rules don't overly restrict him as an outsider, but the oppressive management of city residents gives him a cold impression, helping him understand the staff member's demeanor. Seeing it is just past 7 p.m., with over 4 hours until curfew, Zhang Yi asks the staff member if he can go out and return before midnight. She frowns and advises against it, warning that his presence on the streets at night might cause trouble with patrols. Zhang Yi internally disagrees, wanting to find Bailey Changqing for a face-to-face conversation to gather crucial intelligence about Blizzard City and avoid mistakes at the next day's meeting. He decides not to press the low-level staff member further, planning to contact the higher-ranking Bailey Changqing directly. Zhang Yi and his group arrive at their rest area, an apartment building with heavy soldier guards. Each person is assigned a comfortable single room, and information about food and services is provided via communication devices. Xiao Honglian, Xing Tian, and Shen Jingguan gather in Zhang Yi's room to discuss the upcoming meeting. Xiao Honglian expresses worry, having observed that Tianhai City's delegation is the smallest, with other cities bringing hundreds of people and seemingly more superhumans. Shen Jingguan adds that he sensed many prying, ill-intentioned eyes. Zhang Yi acknowledges this, knowing news of Tianhai City's devastating battle and depleted superhuman numbers has spread, making them appear weak and inviting underestimation. Xing Tian fumes indignantly, recalling Tianhai City's former strength with its 4 major bases and 1 sect. Zhang Yi remains calm, stating that despite others' designs, no one would dare act in Blizzard City itself. He warns his team not to violate Jiangnan region rules, as he could not protect them if they did. He dismisses the other 11 cities as insignificant, confident in his own top-tier strength, but emphasizes the need to be cautious of the unpredictable will of the Jiangnan region itself. Shen Jingguan voices a deeper concern, even if they remain patient, other cities, coveting Tianhai City's prosperous resources and currently sparse defenses, might take the initiative to attack them later. Zhang Yi, a glint of shrewdness in his eyes, says they should focus on the immediate conference and deal with other matters afterward, asserting that Tianhai City's peak combat strength rests with him. After the others leave, Zhang Yi decides to meet Bailey Changqing for preparation. He calls Bailey Changqing, who is unsurprised and warmly invites him to the password bar in nearby area, sending a temporary electronic pass. Zhou Kur and Lu Karen, who have come to Zhang Yi's room for security, are told he is meeting an old friend from the Black Robe investigation team. They do not insist on accompanying him. Zhang Yi leaves the apartment building, noticing he is not alone. Other powerful figures are also ignoring the staff's warnings and exploring Blizzard City. The female staff member intercepts him anxiously, asking where he is going and reiterating her warning about patrols. Zhang Yi interrupts her, stating that as long as he doesn't break Blizzard City's rules, which do not explicitly forbid leaving the apartment, he is fine. He tells her that they are guests, not subordinates or prisoners, and walks past her despite her unpleasant expression.